So excited to want to do this because I believe that what Jason said, that this is about leadership. It is about leadership. And I never believed in any associations when I was involved in other things. I wasn't thinking about it. But many of you know, who have been here after 9/11, okay? We started something called the Convention Exhibit Meeting Coalition, and we put together a team of 400 people who worked tirelessly almost for 6 months after 9/11 to help bring the city back. How many people here were involved in that? I mean, there's a lot of people here that were involved in it. It was called CB. And it made me realize the importance of leadership and the importance of getting involved in your community. And it was probably one of the most rewarding things that I have ever done. And it taught me that if you give, you're going to get back. And it's that rule of nature that really works. And so we're here today to talk about leadership and getting people involved. Whether you're involved or your company is involved or the people in your company involved, encouraging them to get to be part of the community, to peek over the fence to see what other people are doing is more important than you can ever imagine. EP concept, because it is the feeder for all of these other organizations. And I want, before we start, I want Jasmine to talk for a second about why, she told me at dinner, why she felt there's a place for YEP. And I want her to talk a little bit about it. Stand up and just talk, and then we'll go around and do the elevator pitch, because I think it's really important.
Okay.
Come on up, stand up. So Jasmine, just say what you told me at dinner.
Well, we were speaking about my involvement in other organizations when I first started in the event industry. Diane was my professor at NYU, and she introduced me to a few organizations. And from my personal experience, when I went to events, I kind of felt isolated. It felt a little cliquey at the events that I did.
How many think that events are cliquey sometimes, right? How many had the same experience when they started out? Okay.
Yeah. And it's kind of intimidating for someone like me. You know, I don't know anyone. I'm new to the industry, and it was always very intimidating for me to go up to somebody. Like, I would never go up to somebody like David Adler and like introduce him. I wouldn't have that conversation with him, and it was always awkward for me. I felt kind of out of place. And that's my experience with
right. So what we're saying is that the YEP is the feeder organization for everyone else, so we're getting all the politics out of the way. Okay. So thanks, Jasmine. So we're going to start with the elevator pitch. If I had a little cheat sheet when I got involved in this industry to figure out what the initials meant and everything, it would be a lot easier, because I felt embarrassed to ask. I don't know what site is or PCMA. Everybody talks in jargon. And we really don't understand any of it, right? Until you sort of get it translated. So we're going to go down the line. We're going to start with Tom, and he's going to talk about MPI in the elevator pitch for 30 seconds. All right. So we're going to start with the elevator pitch. If I had a little cheat sheet when I got involved in this industry to figure out what the initials meant and everything, it would be a lot easier, because I felt embarrassed to ask. I don't know what site is or PCMA. Everybody talks in jargon. And we really don't understand any of it, right? Until you sort of get it translated. So we're going to go down the line. We're going to start with Tom, and he's going to talk about MPI in the elevator pitch for 30 seconds. All right. Jasmine, let's hear about your organization.
My name is Jasmine Roberts. I'm also a member of YEP, and it's also about connecting people. I think that's at the core. But I'm president of Wedding Association of Manhattan, or WAM. And we're a new organization. We're in our infancy stage. Our goal is to explore the niche market, that is the Manhattan wedding market. And what we're planning to do is have more expos. We had our first expo in March, and we're looking for leaders to, expand on the Manhattan wedding market, because we feel like it's one of the untapped markets in the state.
Thank you. I want to ask everyone, how many people are members of any of these organizations? Let me go the other way. How many people are not members of any of these organizations? Okay. And so your job is to convince them to join your organization. And actually, you're not talking to them, but this is social media world. You're really talking to them and their 17 friends and their 17 friends and their 17 friends. So this is the pitch to do that. And so I want to start first with go around the horn on what are the benefits of being a member. What's a personal benefit of being a member? Oh yeah, we need the microphone. What benefit would we have for getting involved in your organization?
Well, there's benefits on both the vendor side and the planner side. So our expos are kind of they're smaller functions. They're kind of aimed at a different type of bride each time. So I think a lot of planners will get a lot of exposure. They can sell themselves on a more personal level. It's not the same as one of the larger expos, so we think that's a great benefit. Our last one was really beneficial to all the vendors, and it's also a networking opportunity between the event industry professionals.
But are you saying that the wedding, there's a need because the New York wedding community is not tight? Is that why you started it?
Well, there's a niche in the Manhattan wedding market in particular that we feel was not tapped into.
Okay.
Pretty much.